Did you know that Microsoft saved Apple from bankruptcy in 1997? Microsoft made $150 million investment to Apple, and finally Apple got saved from bankruptcy, and this is a shocking thing that it happened. And today I'm going to talk about the person who was the CEO of Microsoft, Bill Gates. Okay, so in background I'm going to talk about his school life, and then in Microsoft I'm going to talk about how did he create Microsoft, and then how did Microsoft become successful. And in quotes I'm going to talk about some quotes that inspire me and change my mindset. Okay, first of all, Bill Gates' school life was not really bad actually, and then he was always honor student in his whole school, and then that's why he learned programming faster than others. And he loved computers so much that he only focused on computer programming when he was a student. And eventually, he and his friend Paul Allen became business partners, and then they established a venture company that helps schools and companies work and change the profits of companies and rise up qualities. But once he used a coding to hack a central computer that is connected to school terminal, and he delete all of school's debt, and that was kind of stupid mistake that he did. And many people think that Bill Gates was just resourceful man, but the thing that describes him, there's only 2 words, not 3, not 4, not whole paragraph or sentences. Mathematical and computer science genius. That's it. Those 2 words make him and describe him. And that showed that, and then he got 1,590 out of 1,600 on his SAT. And do you know that how much crazy is that score? Right now and before, now actually SAT score changed a little bit, but now the total average of total score on essay is 1,050 out of 1,600, and then he scored 540 more than average. That is right now, and that showed that he can go to Harvard University. When he entered Harvard University, he entered as a pre-law major, and then pre-law major is the major that they're focusing on social science, and they're arguing with some kind of issues about that. And he took course in math and computer science, which is his best subject. Let's move on to the Microsoft. So how did he create Microsoft Windows? He dreamed about creating a software company, and finally in 1975, April 4, he founded a Microsoft with his friend Paul Allen. And you guys will think, why software company's name is Microsoft Windows? Well, they combine 2 words into one. They combine microcomputer and software, and they combine it in one, and boom, it turned into the Microsoft. And that is really creative. Eventually, he dropped out Harvard University, and many people think that he quit school with ambitious, but during that time, if his business failed, he will come back to school. And he took a leave of absence. Bill Gates showed excellent skills enough to be called an emperor of coding comprehension. After a few years later, there was a company called IBM, which is the technology comparison company in America. And Microsoft contracted to supply the operating system to IBM. Since then, Microsoft made a lot of money by selling a copyright and source code of Seattle Computer QDOS, as well as original author and developer of QDOS, Tim Patterson, and changing the name to MS-DOS. And how did Microsoft Windows become successful? I think there's a lot of reasons, but this 3 I think makes sense. And then because they make a software that many people use in their office and companies, such as PowerPoint, Word, and Excel, and especially PowerPoint. The software that I'm using right now is Google Slide, and Google Slide is good too, perfect too, but PowerPoint, I think we can call PowerPoint the king of presentation softwares. and people are using Internet Explorer. And this is a picture of Internet Explorer, and then Internet Explorer is a web browser, and then it's similar as to Firefox and Safari and Google, and that includes Internet Explorer too. Right now, logo changed a little bit like this, fan shape, and then people can search many informations like Google or Safari. As many people use Google to search a lot of information. Many people use Internet Explorer too to search a lot of information too. And providing software that is easy to use. I think PowerPoint, Excel, and Words are very easy to use than other softwares that is similar as that. And I think PowerPoint is really easier than Google site, and then yes, this is really easy to use. So that's why I think Bill Gates caught that problem and then tried to make easier softwares. Okay, so awards that he got. I'm gonna talk about 2 awards that he got from different places and reason why he got 2 awards. He got 10 awards from different places, and that's a lot of amount of awards. And one is the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The Presidential Medal of Freedom is the highest civilian award of the United States, along with the Congressional Gold Medal. And there was a American president called Obama, and then he received Bill Gates and Melinda. Melinda was his wife, and then he awarded both of them medals because they founded a Bill and Melinda Foundation, which helps poor people from dying because they don't have enough money. And then they got this medal, and many people can get this medal if they're really helping the countries. And next one is a Bambi Millennium Awards, and this award is in Germany, and if you're really good at one thing, you can get awards, and it's also including entertainment, media, and sports, and then a lot of things like literature, art, and technology or science, and a lot of stuff. And he was good at technology and science, and then he explored more about technology and science, so I think that's why he got this kind of award. And this is a picture that he is getting the Bambi Millennium Award, and it is also the oldest award ceremony in Germany. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the accomplishment that he made. And one is Gates has written books that provide insight to the future of technology, its impact on business, and other global issues. He is recognized as the thought leader on the variety of topics, and he's arguing with a lot of topics about climate and energy and a lot of kind of technology and science. And this book is giving a lot of information about business and technology and a lot of stuff, and then this gives more information than any other books. And climate change and clean energy. Gates turned his attention to launching a breakthrough energy ventures found to address climate change, invest in clean energy technologies, and supported innovative solutions. What's this mean? I think he's really thinking climate change is really dangerous right now, because right now the climate change is getting more worse, and now Earth is getting more weaker. So that's why he is trying to spend his half of money for climate change, a lot of places to help Earth and a lot of things from dying. And Gates invested heavily in fighting the pandemic through his foundation, and his foundation has been instrumental in saving millions of lives and strengthening health system in developing countries. He founded a Bill and Melinda Foundation, which I talked about before, and then that foundation is helping animals or people or another companies from dying because they don't have enough money, or pandemic or sickness, and then he's trying to fight with it to beat the pandemics. And this is a picture of Bill Gates, and then he talked about his climate and energy and the TED, and then he thinks that climate and energy is really important, and he's talking about how did they help 2 billion people from on other countries. And the reason why I said the person who was the CEO of Microsoft, Bill Gates, because now he's not CEO of Microsoft anymore, because he is retired right now. And the reason was he will devote himself to charity's work. And then he promised to many people that he will donate his half of money to charity's work. That's why he founded a Bill Melinda Gates Foundation. And there, he donated $5 billion in total. And do you know how many is $5 billion in Taiwan dollar? It's a 15 billion NTD. And that is insane amount of money. And that is not end of his charity's work. He has keep continuing charity and donating a lot of people. And then he will keep donating right now. And then this is just start part of his donating. Facts about Microsoft Windows is the original Microsoft logo was created in less than a day. Most of companies use their logo more than a day because they want to get people interested because they make logo very creative. And then there's a lot of meaning. There's 4 parts of squares, and this part means that hardworking, and this part means calmless, and this one means creative, and the final this one means fun. And then Microsoft designed one of the original smartwatches. While design was groundbreaking for this time, the watch never took off commercially and didn't last past the new millennium. And their design was super cool and super amazing. The reason was people are not using this for their office and work. So that's why now this watch qualities become low. And Microsoft employees are nicknamed called softies. Microsoft named their employees to seriously cute nickname called softies. But I think that they just want to tell that our employees' name are just, we're just softies. And then I think they just created for fun and entertainment. And I'm gonna talk about some quotes. Don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do so, you're insulting yourself. What I like about this quote is many people compare with other people in this world, and then their goal is I have to be that guy, and then I have to be better than him. And then he said, when you have that kind of mindset, he said, you're just hitting yourself with your fist. And then I had a time that I compared with someone else during sometimes, and then when I saw this quote, that quote literally changed my mindset, and then now I have a less thinking about comparing with someone else. And next one is life is not fair. Get used to it. Many people know that life is not fair, but what's this get used to it mean? Right now I'm at elementary school, but now I have left junior, senior, and university and adults, and a lot of problems that I have to face it, and then I have to beat that wall, and then I have to keep going on my goals. And then there will be a lot of problems, and he said, just do your best to beat that, and then be brave and confident. And patience is key. Patience is key means that whatever happens, just do your best. And then he said that part is elements of success, and which means it's important part. And it is really similar as a Bill Gates personality, because his personality is very positive, and then he always think about brave and confident and never giving up and trying his best. So that's why I think he become rich man right now. And to conclude is just do your best. Whatever happens, just do your best. And then Bill Gates said, if you're doing your best, you're living your life right, and then if you're not doing your best, he said you're the stupid and dumb guy in the whole world. So, and then he had a lot of times, and when he's failing, he talk about do your best. And then right now he's really positive, and then he's always doing his best when he's working on charity's work and something. Thank you.